Good evening. Sorry, good morning. Today I'm addressing the people on the matter of transmisogyny, misogyny itself, and other forms of queerphobia. As you probably know, I am probably one of the only openly transgendered monarchs in modern history that I'm aware of anyway. However, an incident came to my attention over the last 12 hours. Apparently a Facebook status in which I made was posted to a misogynistic and queer and transphobic Facebook group. Following an investigation, it has come to the conclusion that my status was put there by a member of the micronational community. Of course, I have a fair idea who this is. However, that is not what I'm going to talk about. The threats that were contained within the people in that group, and things that they said were not nice, but I've had worse things said by better people. However, what remains at the heart of this is one issue of transmisogyny and queerphobia. And I would just like to ask the micronational community, our community, is this the kind of example that we want? Is this what we want people to think of us? Where one of the only semi-successful, I suppose, micronational monarchs who's trans gets hounded? What example is that setting for any of our citizens? When it's okay for people to think that they can discriminate against queer people. This kind of behaviour should not be on. And to be honest, I think, and I know my government will back me up on this 100%, from the Prime Minister right through to the Minister for the Environment, Zealandia has a zero tolerance policy on discrimination and on queerphobia, basically. And as a result of this, I find that as the person in charge of foreign affairs in Zealandia, that is one of my constitutional roles. I can't help but wondering what this means for Zealandia and relations with the community. What this means for the community itself. A community that has been quite progressive. Now, I know a fair few of you do not like the idea of progressiveness as an ideology. However, human rights, especially those of minority groups, and human rights in general, to be honest, are beyond communism, progressivism, conservatism. They are something that is intrinsic. They are something that has to be upheld no matter whether you're a Tory, a commie, a pinko bastard, or what. These things must be upheld and protected. In Zealandia, we take that very seriously. I can't say the same for the rest of the community. However, I do know that I am disappointed in some members of the micronational community who I suspect were behind this, and are the reason why I'm sitting here today quite cranky that in 2014 a micronational diplomat and head of state has faced discrimination. This is kind of bullshit. And quite frankly, I'm slightly disappointed. So I would call upon most of the multinational community to come together on the human rights and perhaps put a declaration out there that you afford your citizens their basic rights to their identity, to not be harassed, and for those who aren't your citizens to also not be harassed, threatened, or have any other ill treatment because of who they are. And that is all I can ask of you. But otherwise, the people who posted this, posted my status, who led to this sort of nasty comments happening by some pretty nasty people, I would say. Yeah, whatever your goal was in terms of being transphobic or transmisogynistic, really, really, you failed. If you thought that for one moment you were going to make me any less defiant, any less happy with in expressing my identity, any less secure in Zealandia or in our neighbouring country of Australia, you're wrong. Very much wrong. The more hate that is piled on, the more people will fight it. That is how human rights have progressed. And it doesn't matter whether you're Tory, progressive, socialist, these rights matter. And I think that we all as a community need to come together to express that. Thank you.